question in the room, we'll get started with the press conference. Please raise your hand, and we'll start with Michelle Kaufman and Ian.
Hi, DeAndre. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hope you're having a good time over there.
Yeah.
I guess I have two questions, if you don't mind. I know Rafa hates when we do this, but too bad. Number one, does this kind of honor mean more to you now, than it did or would have when you were younger? Just, what it means to you at this stage of your career to be named to an All-Star game. And then also with your time away from MLS, now that you've come back, what improvements and evolution have you seen in the league, as you head into the All-Star game tomorrow? Thanks.
Yeah, so to answer your first question, I don't think it's more of an honor. I think it's quite similar. Just when I was younger, it was I'd say a little bit more exciting because I had a little bit more energy. But no, it's I mean, it's always an honor to be here with these guys and some of the best players in the league. So yeah, that's that. And for the second question,
how the league has changed in the time that you were gone.
Yeah, I think I've gotten this question a few times, and I think honestly the biggest things I've noticed is the kind of talent that the league is bringing into the league, and then also the talent that they're exporting out. Mostly young players. That wasn't happening when I was in the league, and they were obviously getting big names in, but now they're getting names, of course, but also guys that nobody's heard of before that are extremely talented and making a name for themselves in the league. So it's credit to the league, credit to the scouts for bringing those kind of players in, and then the players that they're developing as well, and the players that are being sent off to these massive clubs all over the world. It's great to see. And then secondly, the facilities, the amount of facilities that have gone up, especially training grounds, stadiums, they're world class, and it's been incredible. And it's a great it's a great factor in trying to tempt players to come to the MLS. So they've done very well with that.
Thank you.
Our next question, Ian.
Hey, DeAndre, congratulations, and thanks, Rafa. I was curious as to, you've been on such a long road trip, and now you're extending that. But knowing the position that you guys are in when you come back from this break, do you take time to think about like tendencies of players when you're training, or is this just like a fun time to soak it all in, enjoy the moment for you, and get some time away from this battle that you're going to be in?
Yeah, no, I think mostly it's a little bit of time away. Obviously, we have a game, and we want it to be competitive, we want it to be intense, and you never want to go into a game just kind of with the brakes on. But at the same time, we also know that there's a lot at stake, and especially this year, there's an incredibly close playoff race. So everybody's going to try to come out of this game healthy and mentally prepared to go again on the weekend. So it is a little bit difficult to balance it, but that's what everybody will try to do.
We'll go next question, Andrea de Mauricio.
Hi, DeAndre. I wanted to ask you about who are you excited to see in this game? We know that before the game, everyone wants to see the players interacting, Liga MX players interacting with MLS players. Who are you excited to see again?
I mean, I would say, honestly, it's been great to see the national team guys since I've been here. I haven't seen them in a bit. Darlington Nagbe from Columbus, who we went to the same college. She left the year I went in, so we both went to University of Akron, and both were coached by Caleb Porter there, and he's coached by Caleb Porter now. Other than that, it's really just meeting a lot of new guys. Guys that I've never really met before, and it's been a really good time speaking with them, and obviously them from playing against them, but to get to know them on a personal level has been really nice as well.
Next question, Mauri.
Hi, good morning, DeAndre. I wanted to ask you about the the MLS next All-Star Game. Inter Miami with its 4 participants with Kuramashi, Boatwright, Jones, and Morales as the coaches. The academy with the most representatives in the All-Star Game. What can you say about what it means for the organization and for the Inter Miami CF Academy and just overall what the vision is at the club?
Yeah, I mean, it shows, that our academy is doing something right. It shows that they're developing players, and there's players that are being recognized on a national level as some of the best players at that level, and that's always great. So it really credit to those guys. They've done really well all season to be recognized like that, and I'll be excited to see them here. And yeah, hopefully they can keep it going. And hopefully the organization as well can keep it going, because I think it's a very important thing that, that the club obviously only has a very good first team, but a very good academy as well to get players up and through and to develop them the best that they can be developed.
We'll go back to Michelle.
DeAndre, I just wanted to back to your team a little bit. Where do you think the team's, mentality and physical state is right now with 10 games to go? Like you mentioned, it's a very, very close. I mean, it's basically like 8 teams or so fighting for 3 spots. It looks like something like that. Can you just talk about the mood of the team coming off that very difficult road trip, but you got 4 points, just kind of where the team is at right now heading into this next game, even though you're not around?
Yeah, I think, I think the team, is in very good spirits. I think we showed something in the last kind of 3 or 4 weeks that we hadn't shown all year, and that's the ability to, when we may not be performing our best, to be able to come back and get results. And that's a incredibly strong character that I think the best teams have. So hopefully we can keep that going, because it's not like every day on the pitch is going to be your best. So I think we've done really well with that. And, obviously Gonzalo has hit form, which is great to see, scoring goals. Pozuelo is a huge addition, just an incredible vision on the field, and everybody seems to be clicking. Physically, obviously it's very difficult, that road trip, but, I think pretty much everybody has the week to kind of recover and get ready for our next game, which is a huge game. So I think mentally everybody's in good spirits. Physically, I'm sure everybody's getting recovered, and we'll be ready to go again.
If I could ask one follow-up, piggybacking on what you just said about Pozuelo and Gonzalo hitting form, it seems like those happened at the same time. How important do you think it's been, Gonzalo's reemergence, having Pozuelo there? It just seems like those two definitely coincided.
Yeah, they definitely seem to kind of have that understanding of each other, that, they don't really even need to talk. They can just look at each other and know exactly, what movement the other person is going to do. Pozuelo, obviously, I think with really any player, is unbelievable at just, finding guys behind the line and picking the correct passes. That's one of his biggest qualities. So, and then, obviously to have a guy like Gonzalo, who's, a legendary striker in and of itself, but, to have, a player like Pozuelo behind him, being able to find him in dangerous areas, they create a really dangerous duo.
Thank you.
And we'll do the last 2 questions, Miles and then Ian.
Hey, good morning, DeAndre. Just a quick question. With everything that you've had going on off the field and both the success on the field, have you been able to stop and smell the roses, or is that something that you're going to wait till after the season completes?
No, that's after the season. It's kind of hard to take it all in when, you're really right in the thick of it. But, I'm sure after the season, we'll look back on it and, look at the highs and look at the lows, see what I could have done better, see what, I've improved on, and then go from there, because then we have another season coming up.
We'll do the last question, Ian.
Thanks, Rafa. Yeah, since we won't get to talk to you before the game this weekend, you played NYCFC just a couple weeks ago. What do you learn both as a team from that game, you personally from that game? Bears basically stepped into the striker role for them. And what could you learn from that game that could help you this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a little bit of a different game. I think one, obviously playing home, I think we will have a little bit of the advantage there, with our fans in our stadium. Playing on the pitch that they play on is quite difficult as well because it's so small. They really play incredibly well there. They know how to, compress the field, especially pressing, and make it really difficult for teams to play. So we'll have a little bit more space. And yeah, at the end of the day, they're a great team with great players. So, we know that. We know they like to keep possession of the ball. So we're going to have to be able to, defend well, but we're also going to have to be lethal on the attacking end as well. And it's the whole team. It's not, just the defenders defending and just the attackers attacking. It's everybody defends and everybody attacks. That's just what we're gonna have to do. They're one of the best teams in the league. So, hopefully we can come out of that with a really important 3 points.
Perfect. Thank you, DeAndre.
Question. Are you gonna score on Wednesday?
What was that?
Are you gonna score a goal?